TIFU by getting a coworker to flash me. Obligatory. This happened yesterday. The day before yesterday, my foster daughter had a bunch of her friends over to watch the premiere of the new BTS video. I'd check on them every now and then, and every time I saw them, they were doing these weird stretches with their arms over their heads or behind their backs. After a while, I asked, "What are you guys doing?" They said it was a flexibility test they learned from friends at school. Move 1. Clasp your hands behind your back with one hand going over your shoulder and one going under. Move 2. Prayer hands behind your back. Move 3. Touch your elbows behind your back. Most of the kids could do 1 and 2, and they were laughing at each other's struggles to do 3. After a while, their video started and they moved on to more important things. The next morning at work, I was curious to see if I could do the stretches. I stood in front of the full-length mirror in my office and tried them. 1 was a little tough, especially in a button-down shirt. 2 was easy and felt pretty good. 3 seemed to conflict with basic human anatomy. I tried different angles and wrist positions and didn't even come close. While I was doing this, a young female coworker comes over and asks what I'm doing, much like I did the previous night. I explain the stretches and figure she'll have more work since she's younger and in better shape than me. Stretch 1, no problem. Stretch 2, it's like she was born to do this. Then she tries to touch her elbows behind her back and the buttons of her blouse completely give up. I'm staring at her in the mirror with her shirt split open with nothing underneath. She looked shocked and embarrassed. She covered up and walked out of the room. I run to the supply closet to grab a promotional t-shirt that we hand out at events and give it to her in her office. Then I go back to the room with the mirror to find her button, which I ended up sewing back on before anyone else made it to the office. TLDR. I asked a young female coworker to try a difficult stretch, which led to her blouse splitting open while we were alone in the office. This sounds like a trick invented by schoolboys to get girls to push out their chests with maneuver number 3. Correct. Source: M. Breasts.